Hey, I was left.
My cat was still in the room, guys.
Oh man, my dog is banished. She can't keep her stuff together when she's in here. Apologize. Elle, always late and never quite ready for the live when it happens.
Hi, Craig. Well, bam!
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Hi, Mare.
Mare, hey girl.
Mare, here, I gotta show you because I feel like you would like it. Boom.
Craig says, I got 5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm watching this in bed. This is a lullaby live, right? Yes. Absolutely.
That's a lot.
And Mare says that I love that boat book.
Yeah. It's shiny, that's why I got it.
Mine's
that rainbow fish book.
I just have peaches.
I remember when you bought that, you were like, I need this.
And I don't really need it.
Well, and like, guys, I don't want to be that person, but like, the top shelf up there is a bunch of like notebooks. She's like, I need this one notebook for So You Wanna. And I'm like, yeah, one notebook is normal.
Before we get started, I just want to say I got some exciting mail this week, you guys.
What was it?
It's a certain book by a certain someone.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
My copy of Shallow came in, and to everyone watching here on YouTube, this can be yours. All you have to do is go on Amazon and pay for it. And if you're in Canada, you'll have to pay for the shipping, which is a little bit more expensive than the book, but it's worth it.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Well, Elle catches up on the chat for me real fast. I do want to pay her back for that. I just want to throw it out there that Elle made the shortlist for the Fall Awards on the Wattpad Contemporary Literature page. So that's kind of a big fucking deal. And I just want to take a minute and go, oh my God!
I literally found it like an hour before this live. I just like messaged Meg in these like short, annoying text messages without all the information, and yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I made the shortlist for this I was like, what? What contest? And then she told me, I was like, oh, holy shit. Okay. So,
also, Craig says, peaches look like butts. You have a notebook with butts out. Well, joke's on you. I do enjoy a good butt, so.
Yeah.
I call myself.
I like butt too.
Don't turn around. I'm around.
YouTube.
And then he claps for me. Thanks everyone. Yeah, I'm really excited and like humbled, and I just don't even know how to react. I
you should definitely take a moment to like, you know.
I know. I recall entering it, like it popped up in my announcements, and I was helping you with authors, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna enter this really quickly. So I just kind of did it, and I told you in passing, and then I
remember that.
About it.
I remember that because we were like Charlie Daying really hard, and you said, sorry, I stopped to enter a contest. And then we went right back into it, and I never got back to ask you like what contest. Like, I didn't realize it was a big fucking contest. Like, I'm the worst.
Well, I mean, on that note, like, I also didn't exactly like elaborate or anything, and I really did. I just entered it on a whim, and I was like, oh, you know.
Well, I am proud of you, and I love For the Love of Art. So, you know, it's pretty amazing.
Love For the Love of Art, hate Isla.
I do hate Isla. I am a Nathan fan. I love Nathan.
Yeah, I know.
I hate Isla. It's fine.
Hopefully you like read and stuff. Yeah. That's the next one that's probably coming out.
Yeah, I think so, if we follow our schedule. Get back to work. I made it polite. Dude, they don't want to hear about us like ranting. I'm sorry, everybody. You're here from NaNoWriMo.
it's my turn to start. So I will get us started. I'll kick us off.
I just want to point out that Craig has called me out and he says, I meant to ask you, but then didn't for months. Okay, well, Craig, that's just my brand. I don't know if you picked up on that, but I have a fish brain and I forget about things for like segments of time, like astronomical segments of time. And then like 5 years later, I'm like, hey, whatever happened with that Etsy order? Okay, so.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome back to So You Want That, a show for writers by writers. Meg and I created this brand to give writers a place to learn, hang out, collaborate, and just be. The world needs more books. It needs your books. I'm Elle. I just wanted to say a big happy Thanksgiving to all of our Canadian viewers. I am super stoked because after this, I am eating turkey and pumpkin pie.
I'm not jealous at all.
Pardon?
I'm not jealous at all. Ow.
I'm the author of the contemporary romance For the Love of Art. I also have 2 poetry books, Elle and Under the Starry Sky. You can find all my work for free on Wattpad. The links are in my link tree.
Okay, guys, greetings. That is a totally human and not at all cold robot way to greet other humans. Anyway, hello, I'm Meg, and I am the author of The Ostler's Boy, the Miranda Rights trilogy, and Birds and Bullets, and also, as my partner here shared, Shallow, the poetry book that you can buy off Amazon. The links to all my work is in my bio, and I actually just updated it so it's a little more like cosmetically pleasing, but it gives you like a synopsis right off the bat, like, hey, this is the Ostler's Boy, here's a picture, and this is what to expect, and etc., etc. Craig, I see you calling me out about TikToks in here. There's another person, Mare, that sends me TikToks. You know, actually there's like 4 people in here that send me TikToks. I do get on and I do check it. But yeah, it's like 26 months down the line. Sorry. I care. Anyway.
Also, May is saying that's her first Canadian Thanksgiving. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you're getting some turkey today or ham or whatever people eat on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm not awkward, you guys. I'm totally All right, this week we are going to tell you all about NaNoWriMo. For any authors who are thinking of participating in this absolute insanity, it's October, guys. This means that you have less than 30 days to plot, to plan, to figure out what the heck you're going to write about for November.
Oh, God.
So please drop some comments today, you guys. Questions. Are you participating? What's your project? We want to hear from you.
Yeah. And, you know, we not only want to hear from you, but like, especially during NaNoWriMo, if you're looking for a writing group, again, we have a Discord. And not only do we have a Discord where we have announcements and we accept like, hey, what do you guys want to hear? Like questions for So You Wanna and, you know, suggestions or whatever. But we have sprints pretty much daily. And, you know, pretty much anytime that you get on, you can find a sprint, or at least summon some of us to come and sprint. I know that myself and Elle, at the very least, have the Sprinto bot set to always tell us when it's activated. So, you know, if we're available, we'll come in and we'll help you. And, you know, with Preptober and Nano, it is so vital to, you know, kind of sink your claws into the community here to keep yourself focused. So yeah, you know, on top of that, we have a YouTube. We do have merch coming. I know I keep saying that, but for the love of God, it is coming. And yeah, you know, Wattpad and Instagram and all that jazz. We've got it.
We got it all. Also, we still love your screenshots. Yes, I have a blanket currently that is being made.
Yay! Not creepy at all.
Oh my gosh, your face every week gets more hilarious, I swear.
why though, because you guys are actively taking screenshots of me. So why do I do things like when I know it can be like immortalized?
I really hope that one does get immortalized.
Yeah.
Someone, either on YouTube or here, please.
Yeah. But just asking for trouble.
The point is that one day maybe I will create something new and exciting. I know Meg's always wanted a paperweight, so.
Ew. Okay, well, you want to get started.
Hurtful. But okay. It's just the two of us, so I suppose we can get going.
Okay.
And thank you to, I'm going to say this so wrong. I'm so sorry. To Kira, who said that we look pretty today. Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
So much. You guys say that. Thank you.
Yeah, that does make me feel good. So if anyone's sitting there like, wow, Meg looks so pretty, and then they don't want to like say it because they're like, is that weird to say? It's not, and my ego will appreciate it. I'm just kidding. All right, so what is NaNoWriMo? I say that, and people like just the other day I said that, and another writer, another writer friend of mine is the sentence I was going for, was like, what? And I was like, okay, so it's National Writers Month. It's kind of a big deal in the writing community. But I'd say that if you haven't heard the acronym before, it's because you have kept yourself away from the insanity, as Elle called it, right?
Okay.
It's a yearly event that happens in the writing communities, and it's really like a challenge. It was designed to help writers achieve their goals in like a short amount of time. Which is, commonly completing a manuscript or, even starting a manuscript or whatever. So NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month, is the actual, it's taken the first syllable of the, okay. Began in 1999, and it was kind of like a daunting, kind of straightforward task. And that basically the standard was you write 50,000 words in a month. So it started out small, and then it's grown, and so now it's November 1st of every year. So now you see just like hundreds of thousands of authors coming together to do this. There's a official website, which is nanowrimo.org, and you can see just like a lot of people, like famous authors and indie authors coming to do it. It's just really great. So some people enter it for just the mechanics, some people who enter it are just stay-at-home parents, teachers, whatever. But yeah, they all leave the same as novelists, right? So I kind of touched on them, but just to give you like a rundown, the rules of NaNoWriMo are really simple. 1, writing starts at 12 a.m. November 1st and ends at 11:59:59 November 30th of your local time. 2, no one is allowed to start early, and the challenge finishes exactly 30 days from the start point. 3, all novels must reach a minimum of 50,000 words before the end of November to win. And these words can either be a completed novel or the first 50K of a novel to be completed later. 4, planning and notes can be done prior to the beginning of the month. That's kind of why we call it Preptober. But no words that are written in the body of the project can be written before November 1st to be counted towards the 50K, I should add. And then 5, novels can be written in any genre and any language, and if you believe you're writing a novel, so do they. So to win, you have to write is that 1,667 words per day is the average there?
Yeah.
And the goal is to just get writing, you know? The prize of those 50,000 words now is you have that towards your novel, you know, which is a big deal. If any of you are still in the planning phase and maybe you haven't written your first book, 50K is a milestone. It's insane. And it really is, you know, based on genre and like if you're writing a novel or series or a novella. But when you hit that 50K mark, you are so close to the finish line. So it's a big deal, right? And yeah, you did it. So setting up is pretty simple. You go to the website, which again is nanowrimo.org. And you hit the sign up button and then you're there. And it's kind of neat because you can join things based on your area, or you can create your own group and you can kind of like build your own community. Like if you go to nanowrimo.org/Megan Alexandria, you'll find my profile, and I actually have like a group there that I started last year for support that you can join. But I think you can only have like, is it 30 people per group?
I don't know. I've never done that before, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I've done Nano before, but that's kind of why like I've migrated my support group or whatever to the Discord server, is because, you know, we've quickly exceeded 30 members. So, you know, the website there isn't as interactive. But anyway, so you just hit create new goal, and then you select the event you want to enter. So you would enter NaNoWriMo 2021, and then you type in the details of it, your book genre, your book title, you name your goal, which, you know, the title of your book or whatever. Or you can be sneaky like me and give it like a code name. But then you put in like your starting dates, November 1, and then like your date, November 30th, and then you hit save. So, I mean, it's really straightforward. There's also an area where you can put all your novel information. So cover page, a synopsis. And I find like that really, it's almost like when you make aesthetics for yourself, it kind of keeps you focused, because every time you log into that website to look at it, you're like, oh, here's my cover, here's my book, and now I have to log it. I don't know. It's just like one of the little like subtle details that you just add that keeps you focused and going. And then when it comes to actually writing, you would use an outside program. So you're not going to write on the website, but you can use Word, you can use Google Docs, you can use the Pages app, you can use Notes app on your phone. Not that I do that like a crazy person, but I do that like a crazy person. And basically whatever is your comfort program, you know, you use, as long as you can, you know, keep track of the word count. And then you would go back to your profile, and it's an honor system. You're going to go and you're going to type in, I did 1,211 words today. I did 3 words today. I did no words today, you know? So yeah. But
also had, you actually get badges for different things. So you get badges for like your first entry. You get a badge when you hit 10K. You get a badge for doing like, for writing twice in one day and entering. So there's like a bunch of different badges that you can that you can do.
Okay, so how many words a day did you estimate again, Elle? Okay, so it is 1,667 words a day is the estimation there. So 1,600 words, give or take, which sounds like a lot, but so currently right now it is a lot. But like I said, if you can get in on sprints with your friends and stuff, those word counts just dwindle away so much faster. You're not even going to realize that you're writing 1,600 words a day. And then 1999, yep, it's been around for a long time.
It's been around for a long time.
And then, Alicia, you say, I'll admit I'm scared. Yeah, you should be scared. It's 50,000 words.
I'm scared too.
All in this together, right?
My first time.
I'm going to say something profound here. Okay, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it.
All right.
My writing method is texting myself one paragraph at a time. It gets really confusing because text comes through twice. Okay, Craig. The door's that way.
Poor Craig.
I know. No, no shame. Seriously, I have texted myself things before, so like that doesn't actually sound crazy.
Let's also talk about the number of voice notes I get a day that are like, you don't have to listen to this is for me. And then it's her like leaving notes for herself for about an hour.
The reason I do that, okay, and if anyone wants to send me crazy ass voice messages on Instagram, I will not only listen to them, but I will give you commentary, okay? The reason why I do that is because it's faster sometimes to talk out loud. Or like if you're trying to figure something out, it just makes more sense as you go. But also, like sometimes you don't have a means of recording. You can't text, type it. You know, I have hands-free in my car, so a lot of those voice messages you're getting are when I'm unable to actually type. But also I want your opinion on them. But I get that because I talk to you so much. I know that I'm going to come back. And if we loop back to 7 minutes into this, you're going to see where I say I have a fish brain. So if I come back to the conversation and I see that there are voice notes there, I'm going to be like, oh, right, I was supposed to write that down. Okay? So
I will also say that some of my notebooks also have notes for Meg that she'll be like, can you write this down for me? And then I have to write it down and take pictures.
I am a menace. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm just a creative person and I use everything I can to oh God. Okay. So can confirm she will reply with commentary. I sure will. Yeah, I love it. I love the unsolicited voice messages too that just like appear and I'm like, ooh, what does it say?
I do that to you all the time.
Well, sometimes, like, since he's always in our chat and he's always giving us crap, I'm gonna throw this out there. Sometimes, like, Craig will send me voice messages and then he'll hit unsend and I'm like, oh, I've already hit play.
Oh, he did that to us the other day.
He did. Yeah. Yeah. But seriously, guys, and May, if you want to send me voice messages, seriously, I will listen. Like, I will commentate. Like, I would be so honored if, like, people just wanted to, like, throw crazy fucking ideas at me, okay? Like, let's party. Okay. Anyway.
That was a big sidetrack.
Yeah, I know. That was a big sidetrack. But back to NaNoWriMo, on top of actually competing, not competing, but entering the event and doing it, there are forums that you can connect on and stuff. You can like meet other writers through this. You can get advice, you can get support, you can get criticism, assuming that's what you're looking for. And, sometimes some healthy procrastination. I mean, example, we just like wandered off. Like, that's the kind of stuff you could get if you did Nano with us. But yeah, these forums are available at the beginning of October when signups begin until late September the following year.
Yeah.
And then they get wiped clean for the next Nano. So if you're looking for more support, there you go. And then I think you have to be over the age of 18. No, wait, that's for our Discord. Yeah. Okay, I don't know about the forums for Nano, but
forums, if you're doing NaNoWrimo, I'm pretty sure it is 18 plus on those forums, but there's the Young Writers Program, which is for under 18, which I'll talk about later. We don't have to get into it now.
Sorry, Mayor's like, I have to give warnings because half this stuff I'm updating. Okay, gets pretty wild. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. If you're gonna send me like not safe for other humans content, please warn me. All right. Yeah, but hey, if you want to join our Discord, and yes, you are over 18, which I didn't mention when I introduced it 5 minutes ago. We do sprints and we chat and we talk about writing and we take suggestions and, our DMs are always open. You can chat directly with us. We'd be happy to help you plot and meet your goals and whatever, So yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm done talking.
Yep, I definitely second that. Like, you guys can slide into our DMs anytime if you need help plotting or whatever. Romance is definitely my niche, so if you need some help building those relationships or figuring out how to get from A to Z, I can help you.
Or destroying them.
Yeah, or destroying. I like couples. That's fun. I'm not crazy. All right, you guys, I'm going to talk about some of the other programs that NaNoWriMo has to offer. So I find when people think about NaNoWriMo, they of course think about the big contest every year, which is just looming right now. I'm not nervous.
I'm excited.
I'm so nervous. But however, the website actually offers other programs to help aspiring authors. We'll start by talking about the other program that a lot of people already know about, and that's Camp Nano. There are 2 sessions of Camp Nano. Oh my gosh, it begins already. I can't speak. There are 2 sessions of Camp Nano every year, one in April and one in July. So the difference between Camp Nano and actual NaNoWriMo is that you actually get to set your goal in Camp Nano. So you get to so you can pick, maybe because it's July, you don't want to do 50K because it's summer and you want to go enjoy the beautiful weather outside. You could do a lower goal, like 20 or 10 or, whatever you want to do. The point is that it's up to you to pick and stuff.
Yeah, so chat is just debating on the 2 types of NaNoWriMo people, which is hilarious because right now I'm super excited, but guys, we have 20 days and then I'm gonna be in crises Pisces mode. So up.
Oh no. You laugh maniacally.
Yeah. Yeah, May, there is a sign up. So seriously, you know what? I will drop the link for Nano and my link in particular. I'll throw yours in here. I think we're friends on here. Anyway, I think we're friends. I'll drop it in the Discord so you guys have it.
Okay, perfect. I will continue. So much like Nano, the month prior to Camp Nano, the one that you plan on participating in, you go onto your profile, you announce your project. You just want to make sure that you're selecting that's associated with NaNoWriMo. And just like Nano, once you reach your goal, the site will automatically just confirm your win and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I do want to point out, May and anybody else in here, because I do see some new faces. The reason why you're watching this program right now is because it's informational, and a lot of this Nano stuff I didn't know, and I'm a crazy reclusey. I have a skull in my library. Okay, I spend so much time writing into the wee hours of the night. Okay, and when we were putting this program together, because we were like, oh, this is a big deal. Elle was coming at me with these programs and these side things, and I was like, what the F? What? That they do that? They offer that? That's so cool. So there's a lot of information that you might not know, especially if you're new to the program or if you haven't been writing seriously for a while, or whatever. So 100% no shame. I was in the dark 24 hours ago and here we are. Sorry.
I brought you to the light. It's kind of funny. Your background is so dark, and there's skulls, and then there's mine with this meditating fella woman.
It's funny. We had this conversation earlier today. I said, people are gonna watch this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, Elle and Megan have decorated their backgrounds for Halloween," and because you've got you had the orange. Well, last week you had the orange and stuff, and you were like, "Look at my pumpkin," and I am sitting here this is Greg. I'm not decorated for the holiday. I'm just a weirdo. Okay, sorry.
I have Outlander.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so the prize, like NaNoWriMo, is that you're gonna have that many more words. I don't know why my arm just sunk horribly. You're gonna have that many more words towards your novel that you're working on. So that's the goal. That's the prize. That's the point, you guys, is to get the manuscript done. So now we'll move on to some lesser known programs. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Now What Months, which is the next thing that's coming actually after Nano. So it kind of speaks for itself. Like for NaNoWriMo, you're about to write 50,000 words. And when you're done that, you're probably thinking, well, now what do I do with like this massive document that I've, created? So in January and February, NaNoWriMo actually offers all of their editing tools to help you take that draft and turn it into polished manuscript. I will tell you guys, writing 50K in a month, the only way to really do it is to write and not look back. You gotta just go forward. There's no
vomit that out.
Yeah, you're just getting it on the paper. So what comes out can be a bit of a garbled mess, to put nicely.
Nightmare, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they have this program, is to take that mess and, turn it into something good, which, I mean, it probably is good. It's just, there's probably something.
Yeah, but we all benefit from editing. That's why there's an entire career devoted to editors, And
we have a video dedicated to editing, because that's how important it is.
Yeah.
Which you can find on YouTube.
Yay.
Yeah, that was the one where my shirt matched your chair, so
yeah.
Anyway, there's also a Now What workbook that's available. You can download it right on your computer. You can print it out, use it right on your oh my gosh, I can't speak. You can use it right. And it's all there to help you through the daunting, monotonous task of editing.
Yay!
And then we kind of touched on it when Meg was talking about NaNoWriMo. There's the Young Writers Program. So this is a program aimed at writers under the age of 18 who want to participate in NaNoWriMo. So the difference is that actual NaNoWriMo, you have to write 50K. But for anyone who's under 18, you get to set your own word goal. So you can do 20K, you could do 30K, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. I want to point out real fast with the Young Writers Program, I wasn't aware of this, but for anybody who is watching that doesn't know this, my mother is actually an author too. And so like writing is very like important to our family. Well, she found and gifted a book that NaNoWriMo did to my cousin who is, under 18 or whatever. And they have like a kid's book for what is NaNoWriMo. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to ask her. But it's basically for the Young Writers Program, and it literally breaks down what it is. So like they really are building a foundation, for the future of creatives. Sorry, I had to play.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that actually. So that's
yeah,
good to know.
Yeah, I do know you can get it off Amazon.
Okay.
And Barnes and Noble. So.
Barnes and Noble. Okay, so if you're watching this and you are a young author, although, I will say our show does sometimes have some 18 plus content, so beware.
Everything that comes out of my mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't censor her, you guys. However, if you are under 18 and listening and you're wondering how can you participate, it's really simple. It's pretty similar to regular NaNoWriMo. You register the same way. It's just that you will register as a young writer. If you're between 13 to 18, you use your own email. If you are under the age of 13, then you would have to use your parents' email. You fill out your profile information there, and then if there's an upcoming Nano event, it actually automatically pops up for you and just click on it. Going back to filling out your profile information, for anyone who is under 18 and watching this, please make sure that you are, talking to your parents about it. First, internet safety is super important. So make sure that you are talking to your parents and that you're on the right webpage and all that stuff. Yeah. So there are a lot of cool features on the site for the Young Authors Program. So again, it's October, so it's Preptober. It's a great time to get yourself familiar with the site. And I say this for the Young Writers Program. I'm also saying this to anyone who's over 18 and participating and maybe hasn't used the website before. Take some time to explore it a bit and set yourself up and all that kind of stuff. Go on the forums and chat. And just like the regular 18 plus NaNoWriMo, there is forums for those who are under 18 to join. I am pretty sure though that it's like moderated, and there's not going to be anyone over 18 who's not a moderator. So you will not find Meg and I there. Okay. So I think that's it for the program. So we can move on now. We can talk about our own experiences and our own tips for all you guys. And Meg, you can start.
I will. I do want to point out though, because a lot of our viewers are always from our Discord or vice versa. I have created a new channel that's actually under the NaNoWriMo section. And it's just Nano resources. So I'm gonna go ahead and post on there like the links, and I can put like programs and stuff like that. But just so you know, I am starting. So if anybody's gonna be dropping requests for that, go ahead and show me the kind of things that you want there. But we'll use Preptober here to get that ready. So yeah, NaNoWriMo and our experiences. So I have been writing for a long time. I mentioned that my mother is a writer, you know, like, but seriously considering this as like a hobby that I spend most of my time doing, and as like a, you know, career that I'm trying to build here. I've been seriously writing for 4 years now. I think we went and looked and saw that I joined Wattpad in 2017, where, yeah, I was like writing before that, but it wasn't until I was actually in the Wattpad community that I was serious about finding other like-minded people and getting feedback and, you know, developing my skills as a writer and you know, whatever. I'm putting my work out there, which is a big deal. I'm not saying that if you write in private and never share your manuscripts, you're not a writer. For sure you are. But it wasn't until like this last year or the year before that I even queried my first literary agent or publishing house. So I'm new to the Nano is the point of that. I did it last year. It was a train wreck.
I just like how you started laughing so hard.
Yeah. So I want to be like honest, because, you know, this is a show for writers by writers, and I want to be real with you guys. I want you to like know that when you come onto the show, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna like lure you into like this, hey, go do Nano, it's gonna be great, and not warn you. I'm really murdery. That is horrible. You know, it's brutal. But as my favorite quote would say, a ship at the harbor is safe, but not what ships are built for. You are a writer, so challenge yourself, you know? So when you see something and it scares you, you're like, oh my God, Nano, I can't write 50K. Do it, you know? And even if you fall short, like I did, and you hit 15K between 2 projects and still come in 20,000 words under the goal, that is 30,000 words you didn't have in October, you know? So like that's incredible. And you know, again, you're gonna meet a lot of friends, and you're gonna learn stuff about yourself when you like put yourself to a time clock or whatever. So yeah, okay. But my experience personally, as I said, last year I did it. I did 2 projects. I don't recommend that. I don't know how you are as a person. I know there are people like our friend Ainsley. She could probably write, you know, 27 projects at a time and still be on all of them. So just go at your own pace. Pick a project or 2 or whatever. Okay, just get your project, prep for it. Don't screw yourself by not prepping. I didn't prep. Think about where your story's going, you know, and, you know, make yourself right. If you have to set a timer on your phone, I could have benefited from that. You know, have time set aside to do that or whatever.
Okay. You have me this year.
Yeah, I know. And no, for real though, like, because having a community and having a Discord to talk to and just having other writers to, that's why I feel so freaking confident, okay? Because I'm sitting here, we're gonna announce our Nano projects here in a couple minutes, okay? I am sitting on a plotted out project, which is crazy for me, okay? Because I'm kind of a planster, okay? Like, I'm not a fully committed panster. I like to, you know, get the details and world build and stuff. But, like, this is, like, I'm straight up plotted. Like, what? Who is she? Anyway, so my experience, not great. 2 projects. I mean, I still hit 15K on both of them. But when you separate them, not a lot. But still, 15K that I didn't have. I'm proud of that. Was it brutal? Yeah. Was it daunting? Yeah, because, you know, I stopped early and, you know, like, I think I stopped halfway through the month or whatever. And then, yeah, you know, like, you have to kind of, like, force yourself to do it. And yeah, like, it's bad. That was my experience. I will say that I did Camp Nano this year, and I actually didn't know about that. Another author told me about it. It was Saint C, if anybody is on Wattpad. Anyway, she told me about it. She invited me to her Nano group. She invited me to watch, like, her YouTube streams when she was, like, sprinting and stuff. And that introduced me to the idea and the concept of sprinting, and it was just very eye-opening and whatever. And like Elle said, you set your own goals. So when I was able to work kind of more fluidly and say, okay, well, I'm just gonna set a goal of 10,000 words, you hit 10,000 words, and then you're like, oh, okay, but, like, you know, third of the month left, I'll set another 10,000, and then you hit that. So, you know, I do recommend participating in maybe the smaller ones first, and then, you know, getting a taste for it. Sorry, I'm done.
What? I'm going to go through the chat really quick here. There's a lot of...
Yeah, I did see a lot of people.
So the first thing was that Mata said, Megan has Greg, Elle has Outlander. Again, 2 types of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Okay.
Dark academia and light academia. You're like cottage core, and I'm over here with Greg.
I'm over here with that guy. Okay. And then Mara said, at least she's honest about you saying that you didn't complete Nano last year.
I know.
And then Mata said, just do it. And then Mare and Mata both said, don't let your dreams be dreams. And then everyone was freaking out about that craziness. And then May says, it's hard to prep when these characters have a mind of their own. It's okay. Just follow your characters. Sometimes we plot them out and they change a little.
You know what? I will say, though, like, listen, I just said I was, like, a kind of like a panster. Like, so I've started plotting with Elle ahead of time, and that's fine if your characters have a mind of their own, but I will tell you there's a certain kind of surrealism to the fact that where you know where A is and Z is, and then, like, you have the middle to go in, you have, like, an idea of what you're doing, you start writing it, and you're like, oh, this feels better. And you can still use that plot and just adjust it as you go, and it's just kind of more like a structured, you know, psychotic spiral instead of, like, the normal, oh my god, I butchered everything.
You know, and I will say, I will agree with that. Like, when we started plotting Reed, the book, we started with him talking about, like, the fact that he's, like, really cold and distant, and it's kind of he's changed a lot in, you know, who he is and what his motivations are and why he is the way he is since whenever I came up with this crazy idea to write a series. I don't know, like, who's that weirdo who decided to do that? Anyway, tell us about your project this year. What's your project?
Oh, yeah, my project. Okay, yeah, so I know I just said that I had, like, a nightmare with 2 projects last year. So, I am writing 2 projects this year because I hate myself.
I just ignored it. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah. Do I learn? Kind of, not really. Glad for punishment, maybe. Okay, so I have the one project that is 100% the project that I'm working on is actually a dark Western romance. Fantasy. So I'm back to my world building and, you know, using magic and werewolves. So if you're a fan of the Miranda rights and you're a fan of my Ostler's Boy historical style, I'm kind of like making their love child almost, right? I don't have a working, like the title is working. I don't have one yet. It hasn't hit me. But that is, I'm just calling it, you know, Wild West right now in my head. That's not what I'm going to name it, you know, just preference. But yeah, that's my Nano project for sure. And then another one that just kind of decided it was ready, is the Holiday Affair, which I have been chiseling away at for the last few days. I think I've been working on it like 3 days, and I'm at 11,000 words.
Yeah.
I think I passed it. I think I might be at 15 now. But that, yeah, I'm working on that one too. So I'm hoping, the reason why I'm saying that is a Nano project is because I want that to be done for this Christmas. So fingers crossed, it's gonna be crazy.
I believe in it. Okay, I guess I'll do my experience really quick here. Hello to everyone who jumped on, by the way. Okay, so this year will be my 3rd year participating in NaNoWriMo because apparently every year I hate myself. Surprise, surprise, both times I wrote a romance. A romance is about 50K for anyone who is thinking of participating. A romance is a great choice because the average romance is anywhere between 50 to 70K or so, normally sitting around 60. Anyway, this year is no different. Expect another romance from Elle Meredith. So in 2019, I did it because 2 of my friends, one of them being there, told me about it. I had no idea this program even existed before that. And I happened to find myself with time off in 2019 in November. So I was like, well, why not, you know? So I wrote a book. It was terrible because I was still really learning how to write a coherent romance. But in 2020, I wrote Calorglin, and which many of you have read already because it was on Wattpad. It's down for editing. Anyway, yeah, so I did that. So this year I'm going again.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get it.
We're gonna do it. I might cry. We're gonna come onto our lives in November.
We will definitely cry.
We're gonna spend an hour sobbing on here every
And if you want to join our shit show, join our Discord. We'll have a crying channel. It's a voice channel. We're just crying.
Well, maybe don't join with me because we all know I sit there in awkward silence.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this year, anyway, I love Nano. It does force me to write out a project. This year, my project has actually been behind me for like weeks now, and only Meg has known that it's there.
Fucking the betrayal.
Yeah, so this is my project. It's called One Last Night. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much at this point. But I'll just put that there for now. Yeah, so the beautiful artwork that you see is by Senya, which she's on our Discord. You can find her. She's actually done all of Meg's books except for Shallow, right?
Yeah. I did Shallow.
Yeah, so anyway, it's amazing. It's exactly as I imagined it. I highly recommend if you guys are looking for a cover to go to her. She's awesome. Her rates are great. I don't know them off the top of my head. On Instagram, you can find her. Yeah, there's Ostlers. Anyway, yeah, you can find her on Instagram under Wigged Wonder. And yeah, her art is just beautiful. This book will be, oh my God, Jamie. Oh, I'm so in love with him. It hurts. Okay. I shouldn't be. He's crazy.
One more.
And Miranda Bishop. Ugh,
I love
me any day, Bishop.
Any chance I get to promote her, I have to.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a good friend now too. So she's amazing. She's so easy to work with. I have other art of hers behind me, but we won't talk about it.
I just literally tore them off my wall.
I just don't want to show that. Okay. Anyway, so this book will be mature like my other romances, but it is actually going to be a lot less smutty than anything I've written before. Somehow we're doing less sex. That's weird. Anyway, definitely less smutty than For the Love of Art, which basically mentions anal within the first chapter. So moving on. It's a friends to lover trope with like a little bit of an affair in there. Don't judge me. Based on the outline, I expect it to be like 65 to 70K. So my average, which is an average romance. Yeah, anyway, overall, I just really like Nano. It forces me to complete something. It forces me to sit down and write because I have people who are expecting me to write. I always say every year, hey, I'm doing Nano. So then, I just feel like people are expecting me to do it. And I mean, it's kind of like I was telling Meg, I feel like it was just this week, like for Reed, I was like, I have to put a deadline on myself. I'm getting really like wishy-washy about writing because I don't have a deadline for when it's coming.
Daunting. And that's why programs like Nano are so important for staying focused because you're in like a group environment and you don't want to let Elle down.
Yeah, there's a deadline there. And so, yeah, like, anyway, and and I find also when I don't have a deadline personally, I just get stuck in my head. I start like, and Meg's watched me do it where I like get like this thing in my head where I'm like, I can't do this. Like with Reed, I'm like, I can't write a medical book. I can't write from a male perspective. Like there was all these things that I kept saying like, I can't do this. And she was like, yes, you can. And and once I put a deadline on it, now all of a sudden it's like I'm pumping out the words, it's going well. And so
yeah, and for anyone who's listening who says, hey, that sounds like me, I'm feeling that way about my work right now, it's not that you can't do it, it's that you haven't done it yet. So get to it.
And don't feel like you're ever the only author who gets stuck in their head feeling like,
and imposter syndrome is so real. So seriously, if you want to talk to us, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We've been in that same mindset. But the point is, like, Nano has no time for my nonsense, okay?
It's time to go, 50K.
Get going, Elle. So anyway, and it feels like a big accomplishment, and it is. Like, you guys, 50K, whether you do it in 30 days or 60 days or over a year, like, it's a big accomplishment. So
yeah, I
am excited, nervous, more nervous than excited, but, I'm sure once I get going, I'll get excited. That's my Nano story.
Awesome. Well, we are close to the hour, but we do have questions that we want to hit, so we're probably going to go over a few minutes just as a heads up to anybody here.
Stay with us.
Yeah. If you miss our questions or you could only stay until the hour, of course, this is going to be on YouTube. Just a friendly reminder there. Go ahead and hit subscribe.
Yes, hit subscribe, and then always see our videos when they come.
Yep.
Which Meg's getting better at, Craig.
Yeah. They will be upwards of same day. Okay. So questions. And guys, if you have your questions now, you can drop them. I know that we kind of answer them as they go, but just in case. So, let's see. Number 1, do you have to write a complete novel? Obviously, no. You just have to write 50,000 words. So I've started The Holiday Affair. I'm 11,000 words in. I do think that it's probably going to be about 70,000 words.
Yeah, I think so.
So just based on Osler's Boy was 99 and Birds was 66 and Miranda was 75. So just like when you start writing, you kind of get like an idea of where you're going to be. I'm going to say, yeah, probably about 70. So I do have 50K flex there that I can write in November. So no, it doesn't have to be a complete novel.
Yeah, many authors have used NaNoWriMo to
like that fire to finish, you know,
start or finish a project. If anyone's ever read The Night Circus by, I'm gonna butcher her name, but I'm gonna try here, Erin Morgenstern. That was a Nano project over years. It's an amazing book, by the way. Read it. I love it. It's a fantasy like romance book. It's really good. And yeah, so I mean, you never feel like you have to be starting fresh, like a brand new novel. You absolutely do not. I do, because it gives me a break from all my other projects, kind of thing.
It's also kind of like exciting to be like, you know.
Yeah, like a new project's always exciting, and like right now, I'm like I said, like I'm just kind of like stuck in read, working on it, and I'm getting in my head way too much, way too often. So it's kind of nice the fact that I'll have a different story to work on, and it's a bit of a lighter, easier, straightforward book.
Well, and for me, like kind of the same thing. As Elle will tell you, it's healthy to take breaks from your work, you know. Nano can be a good escape to just kind of work on something, you know, maybe something that starts out mindless, you know, that's just for fun, and then takes a new life to itself, you know. So yeah. Why? Because you can.
Yeah.
Or maybe because your business partner is bullying you. Like, Elle, we have a writing community. We have to do Nano. Okay. Number 3, let's see. Have you ever won NaNoWrimo? I think we talked about my shit show. No.
I have. Yeah, both years I did hit the 50K.
Well, la-di-da.
But, you know, I'm also really hard on myself. Do not be me. Like, I'm so hard on myself, and I'm so competitive with myself. Don't be me.
I've not won it yet, but I want to.
This is your year.
Yeah. Is it okay to take on multiple projects, or do you have to do just one? Is it okay? Should you? Who's to say? Yes, you can.
Megan's experience.
Yeah. You can, as somebody who crashed and burned with that, it depends on your writing style and you as an author. If you think you can handle 2 projects, you know yourself better than anyone else. So absolutely. You know, if you're the type of person who gets kind of monogamous with their work, you know, and you're going to become obsessed with certain characters, or worse. So, like, it depends on the projects, too, because, like, so I just recently hopped back into Birds and Bullets, and for anyone who hasn't read it, the main character, Jamie, is not okay. So he is kind of difficult to write because you kind of have to get into, like, a certain headspace for that. That is not a project that I was able to write while I was writing The Ostler's Boy, for instance. So I did have to, like, break away to work that. So if you have a project that, you know, meshes well with your other projects, then yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think it does depend on where you're at.
Yeah.
Sure. Does it have to be a new project? No, kind of cover that. You can finish a project, you can start a project, you can pick up an old project, you know. Yeah. And then, have you ever done Camp Nano? Yeah. So I did Camp Nano, and that's where I found my success. And I think that starting with the smaller goals and having the community to work with, and like that writer I told you about, Saint, it was just really great. You know, so yeah, that's good. That's good.
I've never done Camp Nano. I've always just done the big one because I'm a little crazy, but that's okay.
Yeah, so May asks, can I split the 50,000 words between 2 books? Yeah, that was my intent when I took on the 2 projects the first time I did Nano. And like I said, I got to 30,000. So yeah, I do think that that is a goal to do. That is a goal that you could manage. For people watching, my father passed away in the middle of November last year, which is why I stopped being able to write during Nano. So if I had stayed on track and like force myself to continue. I probably could have hit the 50K between 2 projects. But you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out for you, you know? But yeah, if you wanted to do that, I 100% support that. I think 25,000 words in 2 projects, or even if it's 30,000 words and, you know, 20,000 words. Yeah, that's the math there. I'm a cliche.
And I mean,
but it's still a lot. That's a lot, you know?
Yeah, like not actually completing it isn't, like, I don't look at it as the end of the world or anything like that. It's like Meg said earlier, you know, it's all about you being that much closer to being done.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
you know, you start. That's what's important.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we are here to support you. Our Discord's here to support you.
Drink every time you say Discord.
Woo!
Okay.
It's really good that we do not drink alcoholic drinks on this show.
Yeah, I know. And I keep getting like unsolicited messages like, hey, for your Christmas, you know, Discord. Good God.
Drink.
For your Christmas stream, you know, you should like drink eggnog. It'd be funny. And I'm like, no, you don't want this. Nobody wants that.
I am telling you all, drunk Laura's or drunk girl's not good.
Yeah. So May says that Mata and I are competing to see who gets the largest word count. That's a really good way to win Nano. Because if you're like Elle and I and you're competitive, you'd be surprised how much you can, you know, get done. I mean, maybe we should have a contest on our Nano page for whoever can hit the highest word count.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So if you guys like that and that's something that you think will help you stay focused on the task at hand, then let's do it. Let's get in that mindset and do it. I
can't see the comment.
Yeah, Nano blood food. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add? Do you guys have any questions? I didn't see anyone drop their Nano project, so I'm not gonna like shout out to anyone. I guess. Thanks, guys. But if you are on our Discord and you want to drop your Nano project, like, or you don't have a page and you want one, and maybe you don't have a page because you thought I'm not doing that, but now you've watched this and you're like, okay, maybe it's not so bad, and you want one, I will give you a log, and then you know you can sit there and yeah, we can all hold you accountable for your word count and heckle you, and you know take bets on the blood feud.
And you can check out all the Nano logs that are there now. People have started entering stuff in there and talking about their projects, and all that kind of stuff.
Actually, you can go, if you go right now and look at the Meg's Nano log, you can see 2 clips and a couple reels that I made, just kind of hinting at my Western there. I haven't posted anything about the holiday affair because I was keeping that a secret to announce on tonight's show.
Yeah, and on mine, you just have the ramblings of a crazy author participating in Nano for the 3rd time. So
it looks so nice, though.
Okay, well,
May, I'll get a page right now.
Sorry?
May said she wanted a page, and I am on my laptop, so I'm making her one right now.
Okay, I'll let you do that, and then that way she knows it's done. Sorry, world.
It's done.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to be the bad guy then. I'm going to shut this down. We went over an hour because this ended up being a very, a really interactive show, and that's awesome, guys. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. I'm back. Okay, so thank you guys again for joining. We love seeing your faces. I love seeing that, you know, viewership shoot up. I see some new names today. Thank you. If I didn't say hi to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes when we start talking, it can be hard to keep up. I do try to wave every time. And yeah, go and subscribe to our YouTube, join our Discord. This show is nothing without you.
Okay. Yeah, and if you are on YouTube, you guys hit that subscribe button. That way, if you ever do miss a show, you will get a notification that, hey, there's a new So You Want It out. And I know that you are desperately wanting to see our faces. Not as much as Meg wants to see mine, because we got a blanket on the way. Okay, you guys, well, with a 50K manuscript in your future, next week we are going to talk all about how you can promote it to your targeted audience. Woo! Time, safe place. We want to see you there.
Bye.